Hello everyone. I'm Vincent Module from Victorian Girls High School. As you see, revision on Vector 2. So we are going to look at further questions on Vector 2. That is the application of ratio theorem. And we are going to use this example, or we are going to look at this question to help us go through this the problem. So we can write the question very fast. The question is, the figure below shows triangle OPQ. The figure below shows triangle OPQ, in which OP equals to P, that is small p, OP equals to P, and OQ equals to Q, that is small q. Point D and E are such that that 3PD equals to PQ, and OE equals to a third OP. Point D and E are such that 3PD equals to PQ and OE equals to a third OP. Part A, expressed in terms of P and Q. Part A expressed in terms of P and Q, Roman 1, OD, Roman 2, QE. Then part B of the question, if OX equals to KOD, if OX equals to KOD and QX equals to HQE, if OX equals to KOD and QX equals to HQE, where K and H are constants, express OX in terms of the following in simplified form. Express OX in terms of the following in simplified form. Roman 1, K, P, and Q. Roman 2, H, P, and Q. Then C, find the value of H and K. C, find the value of H and K. So that is the first example we are going to use, then we look at the second one here. So can you now proceed? Part A, express in terms of P and Q vector OD. Vector OD. So when we are at D and we are at O, going to D. Which path are we going to follow? Which path are we going to take? We have to follow OQ plus QD. Now, another way we can move from O to D. We can follow the upper way, that is 0, so OP, OQ, QD. Or we can follow OP, P, at the end of the day, value will be at D. So also, OD equals to OP plus PD. Now, there's something we have been given here, that 3PD equals to PQ. So first of all, you have to analyze this for us to be able to see, to get the value P, where P is. So, what does this mean? When you are given 3PD equals to PQ, what does this mean? It means that D divides PQ in a given ratio. And that ratio you can only get it from this. So what we are going to do, we are going to divide this one by PD. So PD goes here 1, 1. So we have 3 over 1 equals to PQ over PD. Now it means that PQ is 3, PD is 1. So look at this. From P to Q is 3. But from P to D is 1. Now what is D to Q? 2. Because the total ratio should give us what? 3. So that is the first thing. Here again we have this. That OE equals to a third OP. Again we have to analyze this. So we have OE equals to a third OP. We divide by OP, so that OE equals to. Now look at this. Now from O to E is 1. From O to B is 3. So this is 1. This one is 2. Meaning 3. OP from O to B is 3. So if this is 1, this one must be 2. Give us a total of 3. I think now we are done. We can now move on to solving the first problem. Now we want OD. And OD we have said is given by OQ plus QD. So that one we are going to have OD equals to, what is OQ? OQ is Q plus QD. Let's follow this other way. Let's follow this road. And first of all, you must have what? P, Q. Now what is PQ? How do you get PQ? PQ equals to we have PO plus OQ will give us PQ. So always when changing direction, because you can see this direction is from O to P, but now changing direction from P to O, therefore the sign is going to be what? Negative P plus Q. Therefore PQ equals to Q minus. So you can rewrite this one. If you don't want to start with the negative, you can start with Q. So we say OD equals to OP plus P, PD. So this is OP is what? P plus PD. PD is now given by 1 over 3 of PQ. Because D divides P and Q in the ratio of 1 to 2. So we have P plus a third into Q minus giving you what? What do you get there? So this is if you open this bracket, a third Q, a third Q minus what? But here we have P. So there's P here and we have a third P. So P minus a third P giving us what? 2 over 3. So this is plus 2 over 3 P. Are you together there?
Yes.
Now let's move to the second one, that is QE. So QE, this is the direction we are going to take. So QE is QO plus OP. And what is QO? This is negative Q because simply we are changing direction. Please take into consideration when changing direction. Remember the sign. The sign also changes. Plus OE is 1 over 3 P. Simply because the ratio is 2, and the total ratio here is 3, that is 1 plus 2 is 3. So 1 over 3. So this is a third P minus Q. Is it okay there?
Yes.
Now part B, if OX equals to K, OX equals to K what? KOD. Then QX equals to H QE. Now we are going to express OX in terms of KP and Q, and again HP and Q. Who can give us the first way to go? So first of all, the OX we have it here. So OX we have been given is KO, and OD we have somewhere. OD is what? So therefore, we are going to have a third. So this is K into plus 2 over 3 P. We can open the bracket or you can just give it like that. If you open the bracket, what do you get? Okay. Then another way, because we are the question requires us to express OX in two different words. The first one we have been given, we are at O. Look at this diagram. We are at O. We want to come to X. But the first way we have been given is that from OX is given by KOD. That is the direct way. Which other way can we follow? And please remember the information given there. The information given is that QX is HQ, meaning that where we are going to follow, we must follow this path. But we are at the original position, that is 4. Now from O we want to come to X. We are going to follow which path? OX is because we have to come. We have OX. Sorry, we have OQ plus QX. Please, we are being guided by this information given here. So QX equals to HQE. We are at O. The first way we have been given, that is OX. So if you want to come to X, you can follow Q. From Q we come to X. So what is OQ? OQ is Q. QX we have been given is H QE. So QE we have it somewhere. A third HP minus H Q plus, we have plus Q minus, because there is a minus here. So we have a third HQ minus H, but this other one is positive. So this can be written as a third HP. If you look at this, Q is common. So we can factor it out. And say we have Q into 1 minus H. So this is 4x. So by that, we have expressed our OX in terms of H, K, and P. Now the next question is, so these are the equations we have. X equals to a third QK plus 2 over 3 PK, and another OX is a third HP plus Q into 1 minus H. Part C very first is asking find the values of H and K. We have to solve for H and K. How are we going to solve the two? Because we are told H and K are constants. How are we going to solve the two? How can we solve the two? Huh? We want to solve for K and H.
Because of x is equal to a qk plus 2 over 3 pq. It's the same as a third hp plus q 1 minus h.
Yeah, simply because this is OX and this is also. So it means that these two equations are the same. We equate them. Therefore, we are going to have a third qk plus 2 over 3 pk equals to a third hp plus q into 1 minus h. That is the way. So after equating these two equations, what we do? We have k and we have p. Take the equations with the k, you equate them, sorry, with the p, you equate them, and the ones with the q, you equate them together. So like we have a third qk on this side, the other side we have q into 1 minus h. So then we have q's, they cancel out. So we have a third k equals to 1 minus h. If you reach this point, we can now make one the summation of the formula. We can decide to make h the summation of the formula or k. But I see making h is easier because this one has a fraction there. So we take h this other side, k goes down this other side. So we have h equals to 1 minus k. Isn't it? So this is our first equation. Then we come again, take p, and we have 2 over 3 pk equals to a third hp. So p cancel, they cancel out. We are remaining with 2 over 3k equals to a third h. But it is good now we have the value of h. Now use the substitution method to solve for. We substitute h to solve for k. So therefore we have 2 over 3k equals to a third. And what is the value of h? 1 minus k. So very fast, this is 2 over 3k equals to a third 1 over 9k. Clear? Because when opening the bracket, you multiply everything in the bracket, the calculate is out. So we bring this on this other side. collecting the right terms. So 2 over 3k plus 1 over 9k equals to that. So can you if you add this one, what do you get?
7 over 9.
Because LCM is 9. So 7 over
9.
k equals to 1 over. Now, how do you get k? Multiply by 10. The sitting over is 9 over 7 now. So this one, so k equals to 3 over 7. Here 1 and 3. So far you have the value of k, 3 over 7.
Yes.
Now, can we go back to get h? But h is 1 minus a third.
Okay.
So we say h equals to 1 minus a third. The value of k we have 3 over 7. So h equals to 1 minus 1 over 7. If you open the bracket, that is 3 goes. So that h equals to 6 over 7. So that is, after that level, we have solved that question. Any question after that point before you look at the second one? Anybody have a question where you want me to clarify? Question? It's okay. So if it is okay, let's do it first. We run the second one. The second question is in triangle OEQ below. On triangle OPQ below, OP equals to P, OQ equals to Q. M lies on OP such that OM to MP is 2 to 3, and N lies on OQ such that OM to NQ is 5 to 1. So that is the ratio. We have given the ratio. Now line PN intersects line MQ at X. The way the diagram you see MQ intersects PN at X. Expressed in terms of P and Q, Roman 1, PN, that is Roman 1 and Roman 2, we have QN. Now, how can we get PN? We are at P, we want to go to N. Then we have been given the ratio, that is OM. From O to M, the ratio of OM to MP is 2 to 3. So this is 2, this one is. Then OM, NQ, 5 to 5 to 1. Yeah. Now, how can we get PN? Which path are we going to take? Which path are we going to take? We are at P, we have to come to N. Huh? P-O O. We are at P. You want to come to N. There is no indirect path here. We have to follow the long way. That is now from P to O. From O we turn to what? N. Border, at the end of the day we are at N. So what is P-O? What is P-O? Negative P. The old distance that is from O to P is P, but we are changing directions. Now you will go what? Negative. Plus ON. ON is what? So you can see N divides OQ in the ratio of 5 to 1. What is the total ratio? what? Q. So 5 over 6 Q. We can write this equation and this one is 5 over 6 Q plus minus. And we are through with that. The next one is QM. Now we are at Q. We want to count M. There's no direct path here. There's no way from Q to M. We have to follow the long way. So we are going to take which path?
Q4
Q4 plus O M. Now what is Q4?
negative Q.
This is negative Q. Because we are just changing the direction. The direction is from O to P, but now we are moving from O to Q. What is OM?
2 over 5 over
2 over 5. It's simply because the total ratio here is 5. And ON is 2 MP. So this is 2 over 5P minus Q. And we are done with the first part. Part B, the equation reads, given that Px equals to, given that Px equals to Kpn and Qx equals to Rqm, where K and R are scalars. Part A, in Roman A, Roman 1 writes two different expressions for x or for OX in terms of P, Q, K, and R. Roman 1 writes two different equations for x in terms of P, Q, R, and K. Roman 2 find the values of K and R. Then Roman 3 determine the ratio in which x divides line PQ. Not PQ but MQ. The last question, find the ratio that x divides MQ. So you want to express OX in terms of different expressions. OX. But we have to be guided by this information given here. This one should be our guideline. So OX, how are we going to move? We are at O, we want to go to X. But you must be guided by this additional information given here. That Px equals to Kpn, Qx equals to Rqn. Now, we are at O. You see the same directly from O to X. But the information given there, being that the only way we can follow is from O to P, from P to X. Or the other one is from O to Q, from Q to X. Are you clear there? So the first way we can say is given by OP plus PX. The second one, we have OX equals to OQ plus QX. Then, very fast now, OX equals what? OP is P, PX is KPN. Remember this, because we have PX here. So Px is P, Px, that is K. Pn, not this is Pn. So this is P plus K into Pn we have here. That is 5 over 6 Q minus P. You can simplify it or you can just leave it like that for the first. But let us just open the brackets. We have P plus 5 over 6 QK minus P PK. Collecting the right term because we have P and P. It's like having P into 1 minus K. I'm taking this. You see P and minus PK. So I factor out P. P goes into P1, then P goes into minus PK K times plus 5 over 6 KQ. There. Because this one and this, then this. Then this other one, when you follow this other way, that is OQ plus QX. OQ is Q plus QX, and QX is R, QM. So this is Q plus R into 2 over 5 P minus K. Open the brackets. So OX equals to Q 2 over 5 RP minus RQ. That is the first part. We have answered the Roman 1. Roman 2, find the values of K and R. Again, the same process. We have OX and we have OX. So this is 1. The other one is 4x equals to P into 1 minus, or even this one we can simplify it and say this is 2 over 5 P plus Q into 1 minus R. The other one, OX, we are having P into 1 minus K plus 5 over 6 QK. The second one. Now, how do we solve for X and for R and K? What are you going to do? Equate the two because this is 4x, meaning that the two equations are the same. So, can we equate 2 over 5 R P plus Q into 1 minus R equals to P into 1 minus K plus 5 over 6 QK. And in our earlier example, we say that now after equating the two, you again equate the like the one with the Q, the one with the P together. So therefore, we have 2 over 5 RP equals to P into 1 minus K. So to multiply this, P is going to cancel out. We have 2 over 5 R equals to 1 minus K. So this is K. So this is the same, we can write the equation K in terms of R. So K equals to 2 over 5 R 1 minus 2 over 5 R. Because the negative goes the other side, the positive comes. So this is the value of the expression for K. We take the second one, that is Q into 1 minus R equals to 5 over 6 QK. Again Q and Q cancels out. We have 1 minus R equals to 5 over 6. So again we can take this R because we eliminate this negative, make our work easier. So we have R equals to 1 minus 5 over 6. Okay. Can we now solve through elimination? We eliminate, substitution. You can take the first expression with substitution. So K equals to 1 minus 2 over 5 into R. What is the value of R? 1 minus 5 over 6 K. So K equals to 1 minus 2 over 5 plus minus times minus plus 10 over 30K. 2 times So k equals to 3 over 5 plus a third k. So collecting the right terms, k comes to the other side. So it is going to be what? K minus a third giving us. So we have 2 over 3k equals to 3 over. Now k equals to 2 over 3k is over 5. 3 over 5 we multiply by the reciprocal of 5 over 2.
2 over 3.
So this is 2 over 3. So this is 3 over 5. 3 over 2. So k equals to 9 over 10. We have the value for k. Can you now get the value for r? For r. So r is given by r is given by 1 minus 5 over 6 k. So r now is going to be 1 minus 5 over 6. K is 9 over 10. So r equals to 1 minus here 1, here 2, 2, 3. So that is 3 over 4. So r equals what? R equals what? And k is 9 over. That is part 2 of the equation is solved. Now the last part, find the relation in which x divides line m. We have been asked the ratio which x divides line q. Let's come back here. Let's come back here. We have been given that qx equals to r qm. And we have the value of r. So what you do, just replace r because you now have its value. So we have qx equals to 1 over 4q. We are looking for the ratio. Now, we divide 2 by qm by qm. So what does this mean? Qx equals to 1, qm equals to 4. Now come back here. If that is what we have, that qx is 1 and qm is 4. What is xm? 3. And therefore we simply what we have, we are going to say that mx to xq equals what? Can you give me the ratio? 3:1. And we are done with that question. Any question now? Any question? Anywhere you are feeling you are not welcome, it's just ask. Are you okay?
Yes.
Then write this one, you are going to do it. So right, that is now an exercise you want to try. The figure below shows triangle OAB. The figure below shows triangle OAB, in which m divides OA in the ratio of 2 to 3. M divides OA in the ratio of 2 to 3. And m divides OB in the ratio of 4 to 1. M divides OA in the ratio of 2 to 3. And m divides OB in the ratio of 4 to 1. AN and BM intersect at x. AL and BX, so that BM intersect at X. Part A, given that OA equals to A, given that OA equals to A, that is small a, and OB equals to B, and OB equals to B, expressed in terms of A and B. Expressed in terms of A and B. Roman 1. Roman 1 AN. Roman 2 BM. So this is one mark. One mark. Then part B. Part B. If AX equals to SAN, and BX equals to TBM, small t and small s, where s and t are constants. Where S and T are constants, write two expressions for X, for OX. Write two expressions for OX. Two expressions for OX in terms of A, B, C and T. Find the values for S, find the values for S and T. Six months. So the triangle is this. This is the triangle we are talking about. This is the triangle. So we have O, B, F. We have M. And we have N. And there where the intersecting we have X. So that makes the end of our today's revision on the Big TV. See you next time.